How do you trust a body that tried to kill you? Come take a walk with me. I got something that I want to talk about. So before my heart attack, I trusted this body to run 100-mile races. I trusted this body to do countless difficult things. I trusted this body to climb mountains in Vermont and do Spartan ultra races that were 31 miles with 60 plus obstacles, sometimes including jumping in, not freezing, but cold water and doing obstacles over water that if you fail, you fall into. And I trusted this body for a very long time, and it always came through. Anytime I called on my body, it did what I wanted it to. When I ran the 100-miler in Vero Beach, it was one of the most difficult things I ever did. And there was thunderstorms at night, lightning coming down, flash flooding. I had trench foot. And during the day, it felt like it was 110 degrees. My body, it didn't fail me. And then on February 15th, I had a heart attack and I almost died. And I'm 34 years old. I've done all these physical things and I still had a heart attack. I have some genetic abnormality that led to me having a 95% blockage on my LAD artery, an 80% blockage on my circumflex, and countless other coronary artery disease, smaller blockages. So 30s, 40s, whatever the case may be, that I'll probably have to keep an eye on now for the rest of my life. So when a body tries to kill you, how do you trust it again? This might as well be $1 million question because I'm 6 months from my heart attack now, and I've not just regained complete trust in my body. What the hell is that? That's not nice. Ugh. I just ran a 5-mile race, 5.4 exactly. And years ago, a race like 5.4 miles for me would be a warm-up to just a day full of activity, or if it was difficult for me, it would be because I was pushing a 6-7 minute pace the entire time. I attempted to run this race similar to how I would run it in years past, and I don't know, I blew up early at the race. I couldn't get my heart rate low. My heart rate shot up to like 195, which is okay, but it was there for a long time and I couldn't get it down. And I had to fight just to finish this race. It got so hot out and I had to fight just to finish this event. And when I did finish this event, I was struggling afterward with the recovery. Now, I've finished marathons before where after the marathon, everybody's walking around struggling and I feel the pain, but I immediately afterwards come back and I'm good. That's what happens when you train your body for ultra marathons. When you finish the event, you recover faster than most people. And that's always been something that I had. I always had good recovery from after these events. And since the heart attack, that has slowed down significantly. I haven't done any long distance races yet, but this 5-miler was a test of how much I could trust my body again. And unfortunately, but also fortunately, I learned a lot at this event, okay? I learned that this recovery process from a heart attack is gonna be much more significant than I thought that it was gonna be, genuinely. Because as I've been building myself, as I went through cardiac rehab, and I've done all these different things, I thought I was in a position now where maybe I could run, like I used to again. And a lot of my videos, I talk about how we have to grieve the old version of ourselves and we have to accept that a lot of different things that we used to be able to do, that we might not be able to do anymore. And I believe that with my whole heart, but sometimes I still don't practice it. And I thought maybe I could rise above my own advice, my own messaging, and I could be the outlier, but God simply let me know that that's not the case. So the point that I'm making is that rebuilding trust in our bodies is not something that's going to happen overnight. And I can make 1,000 videos on this topic because there's 1,000 different angles and there's 1,000 different subtopics that go into rebuilding trust in your body again. So I have some trust. I have built some trust back in my body again. Okay? I have definitely had, in the beginning, when I first had the heart attack, I had zero trust in my body. Zero. And when I say zero trust, I mean, I thought that my artery was gonna bleed out when they took the little plastic thing off. Okay? I thought that as soon as I got home, I thought I was gonna have another heart attack. I thought that I was always gonna be just completely exhausted from any physical thing that I did at all, because in the beginning, I was tired from just walking around a little bit, and I was exhausted for hours after that. So in the beginning, there was zero trust, and the trust slowly started to come back. But I don't want anybody who sees this and had a heart attack to get the misconception that you see me doing these things, running these races, and I'm trying to be very transparent that I still don't have 100% trust in my body. Rebuilding the trust in my body after the heart attack has been like a roller coaster. And it goes up, it goes down. There's good days, there's bad days. And even 6 months later, there's still bad days. As long as the roller coaster, even though it's going up and down, is trending upward. And what I mean is, it's never gonna be easy, I don't think. And I don't think I'm ever gonna have 100% trust back where I don't think worst case scenario or what if this happens. Even now, I'm walking, it's hot out, I'm going to my workout, and every step I take, I still think to some degree, can my heart handle this? And when I was running that 5 mile race, I stopped and walked a bunch because I was thinking in my head, this might be too much for my heart. And I don't know if it was or if it wasn't, but I didn't want to find out. Maybe you're out there right now and you just had a heart attack and you're trying to navigate the after of this heart attack, and maybe you've seen some of my other videos and you realize that there's a lot of things that people don't tell us about after we have a heart attack. But one of the main components that you'll hear consistently from survivor to survivor is that rebuilding trust in your body, in your heart, in your ability to do things again is the whole challenge, because for the most part, most people will recover physically to some degree. I can't say everybody, because some people, unfortunately, they have very, very, very bad circumstances. And if that's you, I'm very sorry. But most people are going to recover to some degree. And then you realize all of a sudden, wait, am I going to be able to do anything? Is my body going to be able to handle anything? And if that's you and you're sitting there and you're wondering about how you've lost trust in your body, trust me, I get it. And countless other people, they get it too. I just want you to know that if that's you, you're not alone, okay? Now, everybody's journey to building back trust in their body looks different, because each individual person's heart attack is different. Each individual person's life before their heart attack, their lifestyle is different, and after their heart attack is different. But the one thing that is the same is that we have to have grace and understand that rebuilding trust in your body again after a heart attack is a slow process, and I don't think it's a process that is ever finished. I think once we enter this community, once you have a heart attack and you enter this camp, it's really like the mafia. There's blood in, blood out. There's no way out of this alive. So we have to do these things. understandably, for the rest of our lives. So, and I know that sounds daunting. I mean, when I first got out of the hospital, this topic alone depressed me. The fact that this was forever now, it's forever changed, forever changed. This still brings me to my knees emotionally every now and then. The fact that it doesn't go away, you know? The stents that are in my heart, I'm gonna either die with them or die from them. That sounds terrible. But I've heard that a long time ago about another topic, you know, and it applies here. So I just want you to know, man, like if you're out there and you're trying to regain trust in your body, you realize that you lost trust in your body, you're not alone. I can't promise you rainbows and butterflies. I won't do that. What I can tell you is that the work that needs to be done in order to regain a semblance of trust in your body, that only you can do it. Okay? I don't know what you believe in, and I'm not trying to push any belief on you, but I know that with the help of God, you're not alone, and you'll have a lot of extra strength that you can rely on. I have relied on that myself, and it's not failed me yet. He's not failed me yet. And you know, this journey, man, it's been so hard. It's been so hard. And then me starting to make these videos and them doing well enough that I realize that I can't stop now. You know, that's not been easy either, because I'm going through all the processes that you're going through, and I'm trying to document it, and I'm trying to put out like my thoughts and my emotions in a way that's relatable and in a way that God gave me the gift to do. And, you know, if my kid doesn't let me sleep because she's getting teeth and work sucks, which it does a lot of times, and like these difficult things are going on, family crises, whatever, it's not easy to do this still, but I still do it because there's a reason. There's a reason much bigger than me why you found this video. There's a reason much bigger than me why I went viral in the beginning, because, you know, I got a second chance. I'm rebuilding trust in my body. I'm letting you guys know about the wins, the fails, the wins, the failures, everything in between. And the reason I'm doing that is so that you can believe in yourself enough to get back up after your setback, your heart attack, your health crisis. I've had plenty of cancer people and plenty of stroke people reach out to me too. You know, the feelings, man, the feelings are very similar, what I'm describing here, across the board for health crises. It's just I talk to heart attack survivors because I am one. And I never thought I'd say that at 34, that I'm a heart attack survivor. But it's much better than not saying anything, because as we know, the number one symptom of heart disease that nobody talks about is death. And that's sometimes the first symptom for a lot of people. Fortunately for me, I didn't die. I'm still here. I'm still with my family, and I'm still able to bring you these videos. And I hope they're helping, and I hope you subscribe to this channel, and I hope that you help me to get to 4,000 watch hours before 2027. There's my selfish plug, because I want to do this more. I want to get more content out. I want to post more videos, and I can only do that with support. So help me out to continue bringing different topics. I'm going to do it either way, but it would be nice if I could have, you know, a little help to get there, to doing it more and more and making it a thing. You know, I think we need to build more of this communication around health crises and the mental aspects of what goes on in your mind after you have a health crisis. So I am getting to my workout, which is in Fort Lauderdale on Sundays. If you ever want to join, you're more than welcome to. And yeah, subscribe to this. We're doing walks, and we're walking and we're talking about different topics that have to do with heart disease and the mental processes afterwards. So subscribe to the channel. Let me know if there's anything you want to hear about specifically. And if it's good enough for a video, I'll cover it. If I can relate to it and make a whole video around it. And other than that, I love you guys. Stay tuned for the next one. We're going to talk about almost leaving my kids. Yeah, terrible topic, but that's the next episode.